I think it's pretty safe to say that the true face of the Star Wars franchise, specifically within the Skywalker saga, has got to be Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, we are just 17 days away from the official teaser trailer of Episode 9 by J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, guys. I could not be more excited and fascinated about this movie because of how big it's really going to be, and how historical of a film it's really going to be, since it will be ending the Skywalker saga. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, etc. However, one of which has all to do with a big plan involving Hayden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker in Episode 9. Specifically, it's described that one of the plans by J.J. Abrams and the audio-visual team is to have Hayden Christensen provide lines of dialogue for the character of Anakin Skywalker for a scene that involves Kylo Ren portrayed by Adam Driver. It's described that the scene that is planned to have Hayden's voice inserted consists of a scene involving Kylo Ren inside of the Dark Spire, which is said to be a large castle structure in Episode 9 that will unveil many secrets of the past. It's described that one of the plans is to have Hayden provide lines of dialogue that will be used as faint voices of Anakin Skywalker in the background, as Kylo and the Knights explore lore in the Dark Spire, one of which is said to be a statue of Darth Vader. It's described that Hayden's voice will be modified for the scene, and that it is for Hayden's voice in the form of a hybrid Force ghost, reaching out to Kylo Ren. It's described to be one of the darkest parts of the second act of the film for Kylo's journey in the movie. Additionally, it's said that many of the reshoots will extend to early June of this year, that negotiations are also being made for Hayden to fill in for the hybrid Force ghost on screen, as well as the light side version of Anakin Skywalker, while the others will be done through CGI and unused footage of Hayden Christensen from the prequel trilogy era. So I want to go over a couple of parts about this. Now, first things first, the Dark Spire. We've been hearing about this for so very long now, and honestly, guys, I'm very intrigued about this location in Episode 9. Now, this is not to get mixed up with the Black Spire in, of course, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I believe that this is something else entirely different. So with that being said, this whole entire sequence that J.J. Abrams and the audio-visual team have plans for Hayden Christensen to provide lines of dialogue for that involves actually, the character of Kylo Ren going through the Dark Spire with his Knights of Ren, eventually hearing faint voices of Anakin in the form of a hybrid Force ghost, where Hayden Christensen's dialogue will be modified for the scene in the near future during post-production of this movie. So, like I say, we do know that this whole entire Dark Spire quest for Kylo Ren and the Knights is going to be an inversion of course, Rey's journey into the Lost City. So Rey's journey into the Lost City, discovering Jedi and Sith lore, is also an inversion of what Kylo Ren and the Knights will be doing in the Dark Spire, pretty much coming across new secrets of, Nile Ren, Darth Vader, and maybe even Anakin Skywalker. So I'm very interested into why Kylo Ren will be hearing the hybrid Force ghost voice of Anakin Skywalker in the Dark Spire. Is this perhaps a different name of course, Darth Vader's fortress? Is there more to the story here? We're not quite sure. Now, I'm under the assumption here that this is going to be a brand new location and that this is not Darth Vader's castle in Episode 9. And there's a couple of reasons as to why I believe this is, because we have heard about the Dark Spire before in the past, that it's going to have a statue of Nile Ren inserted in there, which is actually said to be Snoke's master. Now, to me, I'm not quite sure how much sense that would really make if that was placed in Darth Vader's castle. So having Hayden Christensen, actually being involved in the form of voiceover work, for this scene in particular that's going to be used alongside footage of Kylo Ren portrayed by Adam Driver, not only is this poetic, because we also know that Kylo Ren has been talking to the Darth Vader helmet, and a lot of people for the longest time have always been wondering, is Kylo Ren just purely insane, or is he actually hearing a legitimate voice that's reaching out to him, and that's why he's talking to the helmet? It seems as though that J.J. Abrams is going to be using Hayden Christensen's voice in the form of a hybrid Force ghost in order to really give that scene in The Force Awakens more power, and really make it feel a whole lot more different when watching that movie once Episode 9 arrives this December of 2019. So the other thing that I do want to go over is, of course, the whole entire sequence that they are actually planning to do for reshoots that that, by the way, begin in April of 2019, next month, and will extend all the way over until June. One of those scenes actually include the hybrid Force Ghost, and negotiations are underway as we speak in order to get Hayden Christensen on board for the actual Force Ghost actual sequence where he's going to be the Force Ghost, the hybrid Force Ghost, and the light side version as well. In the talks as we speak for, of course, this scene in particular with J.J. Abrams. But that is the big plan right now by J.J., the audio and visual crew for Episode 9, is to have Hayden provide voiceover work for this hybrid Force Ghost sequence within the Dark Spire, reaching out to Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night to moon.